Over a decade of my work as an intimacy expert, I've guided countless individuals towards emotional mastery. And I've seen the miracles that it did for their intimate life. Now, I want to share these tips with you. Developing mastery over our emotions is one of the most essential skills to have good, healthy relationships. Now, by developing mastery, I don't mean controlling your emotions, I don't mean feeling less, and I definitely don't mean ignoring them. Emotional mastery, it's about feeling our emotions without letting them control us. Our emotions are messengers. They're there for a reason. And if you can understand the reason behind the emotions that you're feeling, you can develop mastery over your emotions. And when you do, you will feel more grounded, more centered, more in control of your behavior. You will be responding more than reacting. All of this equals much better, more harmonious relationships. My love, hi, this is Magda K. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Here we talk about anything related to creating the most incredible intimate life for men and women, singles and couples. We talk about it all. And if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I post a new video every week. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so let's talk about developing emotional mastery. So, emotions, it's like a different language. So think of any foreign language for you. There will be some words that have different meaning. There will be different rules in this language, grammar and tenses. And you may find that some of these rules and concepts and words may be similar to your language and others will just totally not make any sense. Emotions is like a new foreign language and every emotion means something. Now imagine that you come to Poland to visit me. In case you didn't know, I am Polish. So you come here, let's assume you don't speak Polish, and we're trying to communicate while I am speaking Polish. It's not gonna get as far. In fact, after some time, both of us are gonna feel irritated because we just cannot understand what the other one wants. Well, guess what? This is how you and your emotions are. There's just no connection, no understanding. But after watching this video, you actually will be able to understand your emotions. So I want to tell you specifically what each emotion means. And we're going to look at the list of the most important ones, the ones that usually have a tendency of staying with us and kind of destroying our mood. So, we're going to look at the meaning of anger, anxiety, sadness, frustration, and war or fear. So, let's look at each of them, what specifically they mean, what they're trying to communicate to you. So, let's start with anger. The meaning behind anger is your boundaries are being crossed. So, anytime you feel angry, ask yourself, which of my boundary right now is being crossed? Where do you need to say no, or to whom? Where do you need to be more firm? You'll see that wherever in any situation you feel angry, you're going to find that you're not getting something that you need to be getting and that you're being pushed to do something that you don't want to do. Now, anxiety. Now, I don't know about you, but I actually do feel anxiety quite often, so this one is specifically important for me. Anxiety means that you are unable to focus. There are too many options. And that you don't know what the best path is, but that usually is linked to losing sense of direction. So if you don't know where to go, then you will be paralyzed by all of the choices. So anytime you feel anxious, it's a sign you lost sight of where you want to go in life. So when you do feel anxiety, it's really helpful to get a piece of paper and write all of these options down. So if you're not sure if you should do this or that, like everything that's happening right now, just write this down Write down everything that requires your attention. And when you have the list of all these things giving you anxiety, look at it and just ask yourself, which of those can you just cross off and forget about? Now, sadness. Sadness means the perception of scarcity. So opposite to anxiety, where we feel like there's too many options, we feel sad when we feel that we don't have any options. So this is very often when we get these negative thoughts like, oh, I never get what I want, I never will get what I want. And this is so common when it comes to our love life, feeling like I will always be alone, no one will ever want me, I'm unworthy of love. So this is a common emotion when it comes to our love life, and this is why it's so important that anytime you feel it, you take a moment to prove yourself wrong. So what you can do is either through journaling or a little meditation, simply recall all the moments when you did get what you wanted. If the sadness is around the fact that you're just not meeting the right person or you're not being treated well in your current situationship, then recall all the times when you did get attention, when someone did do something nice for you. Prove to yourself that life is abundant, and even if in the moment you're not getting what you want, all in all, when you look at your life, you do. Now the next one is frustration, and this one is also really interesting. We get frustrated when our energy gets stuck. What it means is that when you feel frustrated, what you need to do is you need to move the energy. And you can do it in many different ways. One of the best ways is actually sex. So when we talk about stuck energy, in fact, lack of sex or bad sex is one of the main causes of frustration. So either have more sex or just make sure that sex is actually fulfilling and satisfying. It's a great way to move energy. But other options can include self-pleasure, but also dancing, shaking, screaming, anything that engages your physical body, moves your physical body. Adding breath and sounds is really good to move energy. So if you're feeling frustrated with your partner or anything else in your life, try one of these and you will immediately feel the difference. And finally, the last one, worry or fear. This basically means that you feel that you are not in control. Now, this is again a common emotion that we feel in relationships when things are not going the way that we want them to go. We feel helpless and hopeless. We feel fear that we may lose this relationship. We worry that it's not going the way we want it to go. In this situation, look at how can you regain control. So I'll tell you a story from my personal life. There's this one relationship I was in, and it just was not going the way I needed it to go. And I was feeling really, scared that this is over. It was a combination of a few other emotions as well. But I definitely didn't feel I was in control of how this relationship was evolving and how he was treating me. So you know what I did? I asked myself, well, if I was single, what would I do? And I was like, well, I would go away for the weekend. And so I did. I took control of my life and I called my best friend and we just went away for the weekend. During the time, he missed me so much, he turned into the best boyfriend ever. But my point here is, I felt hopeless. I felt there was nothing I could do. Instead, I switched my point of view into, okay, what can I do? Not maybe about that specific situation, but can I regain control over my life and how I feel? And I did that, and I did feel better. Remember, all of these emotions, when they happen, we don't want them. We try to push them away because they're uncomfortable. But they're trying to communicate to something really important. And you have to start listening. Especially for our intimate life, these emotions tell us when something is off. And they're telling you specifically what you need to look at. And if you keep ignoring these messages, soon it's going to be too late and there will be nothing to save. It's when we ignore our emotions that we start having these massive arguments with our partner. We either go into the silent treatment or nagging, or we pull away, we become avoidant or overly attached. We have all of these issues simply because we're not listening what these emotions are trying to tell us. Often, if you have this emotional mastery and you listen to your emotions as they show up, you're able to solve whatever is happening really fast. It's when it builds up that it really becomes an issue. Now, everything I gave you here to deal with these primary emotions is incredible. Re-listen to this video if you need to. Take notes, save it, come back to this. Keep using these questions, these prompts, so you can move better when these emotions show up. But if you feel like this is really complicated and then managing your emotions seems like the art of speaking Chinese, maybe your emotions feel like Chinese that it's just way too hard to learn on your own, then I would be honored to work with you. I have guided so many individuals and couples through the process of developing emotional mastery so they can communicate better, so they have more harmony in the relationship, and I can do the same for you. So if you're interested in this, what I want you to do next is check the link in the description of this video, and over there you can request a free discovery call. What this call is our opportunity to understand what you're looking for, what your unique situation is. And on this call, I will give you my recommendation how we can work together to make sure that you get to the place in your intimate life where you truly want to be. This is the beauty of one-on-one work. It's all uniquely catered to you. The call is for free. And you can apply for this below. It's not a pushy sales call. I really don't like it. It's more of a conversation to see if I can really help you and how specifically I can do this. My love, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I also hope that this video gave you some inspiration to look at your emotions differently. And instead of trying to push them away or allow them to take over you, you'll be able to look at them with curiosity. Why are you here? What do I need to look at? So this was the intention for this video. Now, if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate if you could like this video, comment below any questions, any observations, or maybe there's any other emotion that you would like to know what it means. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe. I post every week, and honestly, I do this always thinking what can help you. So it means so much for me when you are here listening to these videos and yes, applying the techniques. I love hearing stories from you guys when you actually use those techniques and they work. So keep sending those. So if you don't want to miss next video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click on this bell icon. This way you get a little notification from YouTube. When you open YouTube, you get a little notification that there is a new video from me. This way you're not gonna miss it. My love, once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next week. And if you're ready to go deeper right away, right now, then check out these videos.